Yeah. Come on in. That's a different song, ain't that's different. I ain't do that. That's it. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. Like if you leave a comment. If you like, don't leave a constructive comment. Yeah. What's going on though? It's Friday. It's Friday. Some of us just got paid. Right. Friday. Some of us it's the last day of the work week for us. Right. Some of us, then got income taxes. Right. If you remember the Rock With Me Nation, you probably ordered you a brand new action figure today. You probably did. Probably didn't went on a comic book run and everything like that. But yeah, y'all see we got going on. There we go. We got Jermaine Noel. What's going on? Rock With Me Nation. Mr. Ray Smith. My elders in the building. Got to always give it up there. RC always got RC always. I keep thinking Ryan Clark. Every time you pull up, I think about Ryan Clark. I promise you I do it. First place my mind goes and everything like that. But yeah, we in here. Y'all see we got going on? We got Storm Issue 5. Yep, we sure do. We got Storm Issue 5. And I'm going to take this time out to just, speak on behalf of the Rock With Me Nation. See what I just did? Speaking on behalf of the Rock With Me Nation. While we would have preferred certain things, they ain't got to play out like that. They don't. They don't. Now, we do own imagery, representation, love, loyalty. We're not gonna shy away from that. We're not. But it's other Black characters out there, right? Right. It's other Black characters out there, male, right, for Ororo, and it's other Black characters out there in regards to T'Challa, right? So I just want to make sure we understand what the point is, and that's gonna come back around later on. That said, the artwork, go ahead and say that, the artwork, the writing. I was like, oh damn, that's what we're doing. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm picking up what's going on. So we open up Storm Issue 5 in the Oblivion Void. Yeah, that's an actual thing. Oblivion Void. We get this long diatribe in regards to who, what Oblivion is in its relationship with death. Oblivion, death, brother, sister, they twin. Don't look nothing alike. They don't look nothing alike. Anyway, Oblivion is referred to as the always been and always will be. That makes sense. Just think of the word Oblivion. It's the only thing that can house the end of all things, which would be death. Like I said, it makes sense. We're going to find out later in the story that Oblivion is kind of conflicted when it comes to his sister, death. Yeah. What's going on? Come on, yo, the president of the Black Panther fan group. What's going on? And that's where Eternity comes in. Obi. That's what I'm calling. That's what I'm calling Oblivion. And I call Eternity Nitty. I'm going to say it one more time. Going forward, because I'm not going to keep them too many syllables. Oblivion is going to be Obi. Eternity is going to be Nitty. We good? All right, cool. Anyway, that's where Eternity comes in. Obi, like I said, that's what I'm calling him. Obi feels like Nitty. That's what I'm calling him. Nitty ain't nothing but a thief. That's how Obi feel about Nitty. He feel like Nitty ain't nothing but a thief. Nitty is forever expansive. Eternity. Just keep going. Right. Okay. All right, cool. Nitty, knowing the limitations of Obi, is always taking advantage of Obi. Obi don't really go for that. There's more to that story, though. We got to come back to that because we're getting ready to shift scene. Back to Latveria. That's where we shift the scenes to. Y'all remember how Ororo looked at the end of the last issue? The description that Mr. Ayadele gave us in regards to what she was going through, it was so specific. It was so graphic. I was like, damn, all that hurt. all that hurt. Anyway, she's received a major upgrade from Nitty. She's also been possessed by Nitty, who is doing to Egan, the demon that healed Ororo. But when she used her powers a little early, he wasn't even trying to bargain with her. He wasn't even trying to cut her no slack. But it just did some stuff. I just thought that was horrific. Like, you ain't have to do it. Like, I'd have preferred you just getting on up out of there. But it seemed like everything he did to her, it had to be like, what, 9 fatalities in one blow? Like, it was all unnecessary. Anyway, she didn't receive a major upgrade from Nitty. She's also been possessed by Nitty. Yeah, she been possessed by Nitty, who is doing to Egon, the demon that healed Ororo. Like, he doing that's Egan is begging. Like, I just healed you. Nitty ain't trying to hear none of that. Nitty uses Ororo's ability. Yes, she's possessed, and compresses Egan down to a digestible size. That's the end of Egan. Ah, damn. Eternity ain't playing. He ain't playing. But now she's supposed to be the Herald. Because we get used to certain stuff when folks say Herald, we think of certain stuff. Okay, she the Herald, but she ain't doing this of her own free will. What I'm used to, Norman Rad, Blast Star, Frankie Ray. I don't want, y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, so now it's Dr. Doom, right? So they, Nitty, Ororo, you know what I'm saying? They pull up on Dr. Doom. And this was the damnedest thing right here. Now, Vic, not Tony. Vic is using his abilities, I'm thinking, as himself, along with the Sorcerer Supreme. Y'all know that's who he is right now. And he's generating a lot of illusions. Nitty in Ororo's body ain't trying to hear none of that. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, because I love this right here. Well, Nitty pull up on Vic, and Nitty about to delete Vic. And Vic sitting there at the table, eating dinner, chilling, act like it ain't nothing. He said, you ain't going to do nothing. Nitty like, what? So you ain't gonna do that? He ain't even turn around and address the dude. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna bust a break. What you mean? Well, you may be Ororo might be you, but I know Ororo better than you do. And what she not gonna do is she not gonna attack an unarmed man. Can we break this down? Break it down. I don't want nobody else to hear the sound. This love is a private affair. Interrupt the flow. No, you better not dare. You got to break it on down. Okay, yeah. Can we break this on down? All right. So, yeah, I was gonna wait to the end of no, I'm not doing that, because I like this right here. So Vic knows Ororo better than Eternity. Is Vic Ororo's friend? Well, perceptually speaking, no, he's not. But he does know Ororo better than an entity that's been around forever. Now, we could look at this quite a few ways, because when is Victor Von Doom unarmed? Like, he's in his suit of armor. Like, he's in his suit of armor, and he's currently the Sorcerer Supreme. I don't know him sitting at the table with his back to Eternity consuming dinner. I don't know if that means he's unarmed. But nevertheless, Ororo, would Ororo attack an unarmed person? No, she wouldn't. But how does Vic know that? that she wouldn't do that. He's not a member of the X-Men, is he? No. He's not a primary X-Men villain, is he? No. Fantastic Four. Theo, where you going? Stay with me. Stay with me. So, you mean tell me Victor Von Doom, who's a primary Fantastic Four villain, knows Ororo better than Eternity, who's been around since Eternity? Right, right. Theo, what you saying? I'm just saying, if that's what that is, and I believe that to be the case, because Victor is a very observant person when it comes to the people he interacts with. And how long has Victor been interacting with Ororo? I'm talking real time. I'm talking real time. How long has he been interacting with Ororo? Right. Now, how long have you been interacting with Ororo? Ooh. Ooh, you see how I just did that? How long have you been interacting with Ororo? If we go, because regardless of how long Eternity has been around, he ain't been interacting with Ororo as long as Vic has been around. Right. Well, if that makes sense, then anybody who's been interacting with Ororo for a significant period of time, interacting with that character, then it's safe to say they probably know that character better than anybody else, regardless of who that person is. I'm just here doing the comic book review. I didn't write this. I'm just giving my commentary on it and everything like that. But you see how it makes sense to you as the reader that Vic knows Ororo better than Eternity, regardless of how long Eternity has been around, because you've seen Vic interact with this character more so than you've seen Eternity interact with this character. That's just facts. That's just facts. You read the comics. You know how many times you've seen Eternity interact with Ororo and you've seen Vic interact with Ororo. Hell, Thor Odin's son that interacted with Ororo more so than Eternity. So if Thor Odin's son was to pull up and say, I know her better than you do, you believe that because you read that, right? Okay, well, we're going to keep that logic right there. Because if that logic makes sense, and it made enough sense for Vic to confidently not even turn around. He wasn't even worried. My dog wasn't even worried. My dog said, you ain't gonna do that. Go get on around here. Go get on from around here before stuff get ugly. What? You not gonna do nothing. You not in that body, you not. You not, I ain't even worried about that. What? Yeah. See, you can be Eternity, but I'm Victor Von Doom, and I know who she is, and she not gonna do that. Don't we can't say he don't. What was it? Was it Dave Cockrum drawing X-Men when Ororo they first got off in the council? What was it? What is it? Was it Castle Doom? Nightcrawler had to do a blind teleport all the way up in the sky. Vic had Ororo because you know she suffered from claustrophobia. You know he had her encased and everything like that. You remember that? Well, I do. Y'all remember just recently, Vic pulled up. They was having dinner on Mars. You remember that? Vic sat down. They was chilling. Remember that? Yeah, I do. I just don't want folks thinking I just don't want folks thinking I don't read. And if that makes sense, it does. It does. It makes sense. If it makes sense that Vic knows Ororo better than Eternity does, then I just want folks to give us, you know, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, getting on back to the story though. Getting on back to the story. We go back in time 3 billion years ago and shift scene. We're going to shift over to the dimension of manifestation. I like that. The dimension of manifestation. Can we adopt that the dimension of manifest. Like when you want to speak something into existence, you need to go into your own dimension of manifestation and speak that thing. Yeah, I like that right there. Where Oblivion is complaining about the unfairness of having to house death to the living tribunal. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in here. We got a lot of stuff in. Yeah, Death feels some type of way. Not Death. Obi feels some type of way because Death keep coming. She don't know how to stop. She keep deleting folks. It's taking up space inside of him. So he like, hey, I make a motion that Nitty take this over. That's what need to happen. I'm tired of doing this. Now, mind you, Nitty just sitting over there just chilling, playing a spade game. Because Nitty can go on forever because it's Nitty. Eternity. So he go on forever. Well, the living tribunal, like, you know what? All right, I understand what you're saying and everything like that. Here we go. We gonna have combat. Yeah, we gonna have combat between you. What you gonna do? Obi like, I don't need no help. I got it. Now Nitty, I don't necessarily like the way Nitty move because it ain't never Nitty's life on the line. When he do these face-offs and everything like that, it ain't Nitty always got a herald. Obi don't have no herald. And Obi done won 12 times. So that's 12 folks. That's 12 folks that ain't necessarily asked to be somebody's herald that then got deleted. Meanwhile, Eternity keep doing his thing. Well, Eternity sit in, his herald get deleted. That's why we got death now. That's why we die. You know, Adam, Eve, garden, you know, supposed to be good. Then we take a bite. Right. Well, this one right here, we supposed to be good, live forever, but death, well, Obi won. So Obi won. Death is now a part of eternity. So that's what we got going on and everything like that. So that's how that got played. But like I said, I kind of feel bad for Death. I'm gonna say for Oblivion, because Eternity not necessarily playing fair in this whole thing. Anyway, TLT. That's what I call the living tribunal. I'm not trying to, there are too many words at the end of the day. You stay with me. TLT. So anyway, TLT tell them they need to settle things. They settle things. Death wins. Obi wins. Oblivion wins. So Death is now being housed in eternity. Back to current day in Latveria. Doom playing magic tricks. Like I told you, playing magic tricks to keep Ororo off his butt. It ain't working like that. It ain't. Like I said, Roar ain't trying to hear it. Well, rather, Eternity ain't trying to hear it. That's when Vic turns back on. Nevertheless, we go back to the dimension of manifestation. Current day seems like Death. Now, Death, remember I said he got an odd relationship with his sister. So he didn't want his sister around him, part of him, because she was consuming him. He run out of room. Now he been alone for like too long by himself. He missed his sister, so he wanted his sister back. Eternity over there snickering because it's a win-win. Either way it go with him. Either A, I'm going to be Eternity and what did Thanos say? I'm inevitable. Right. Or I'm going to keep your sister and it's going to be perfect balance. And I know me having your sister hurts you. Well, Obi, he throws a challenge out there, but he don't wait for it to be accepted. He don't wait for it. He take matters into his own hand. And the living tribunal pulls out this hammer that damn. You think Thor got a hammer? You think Beta Ray Bill got something? Oh no, the living tribunal got something. And he hit Oblivion upside his cranium with it. Oblivion then transformed into a serpent. And then he transforms into a mech. TLT does. I'm like, where y'all getting y'all ideas from? Like, he transforms into a big old mech and then tells Oblivion, you broke a rule. You try to do this on your own. Got his foot down on Oblivion's face. Like he's self-rolling the dude. He curb stomping. So what we gonna do now is, because you didn't got out of pocket, you ain't gonna ever be able to issue a challenge again. You're gonna be forever separated from your sister. Don't even worry about it. Now you know that sounds fair. That dude, because you didn't got out of pocket. You can't issue the challenge and then try and make moves on your own. Now that ain't what we're doing. That upsets the balance of the cosmos. Well, Obi shed a tear. Okay, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. But Obi shed a tear. Well, when Obi shed a tear, everybody was moved. I wasn't. Obi shed a tear. TLT took notice. The one above all took notice from the House of Ideas. Asgard took notice. Peter Parker took notice. And Jean Grey took notice. Like, this was spread out. Everybody felt when this dude cried. I ain't feel bad for him, but clearly everybody else felt bad for him, including TLT. So he put the combat back on. He put the combat back on. They can get into it. They can make it do what it's gonna do. Here's the damnest thing. Now, I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. So we know Ororo is the herald for eternity, right? Right. Well, we at the end of the story, and when we're looking for eternity's herald to pull up, we find Ororo in the storm sanctuary in the fetal position, being I'm looking at it being protected by symbols of love. That's what the hippos are in African culture. They are symbols of love and rebirth, protection and rebirth. That's what it is. They're symbols of that. So if we're looking at where she is right now, even though she's crying, she's shedding a tear and everything like that, clearly there's something getting ready to take place. Like I said, looking at the hippos, symbols of protection and rebirth, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something in issue 6. How do I feel about issue 5 overall? First of all, the artwork is beautiful. I don't think we've been hitting home runs in all 5 issues. So I don't, there's nothing bad that I can say about the artwork. In regards to the story in and of itself, I'm getting some backstory on Eternity, right? Right. Got some backstory in regards to the relationship between Oblivion and Death. Okay. Okay. Got to see the Living Tribunal do some stuff. All right. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Victor knowing more about Ororo the person than Eternity. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think this issue to me was more about the deities or the cosmic deities, more about Oblivion, Eternity, and on a minor level, Death, than it was about Ororo in and of herself. I didn't feel bad about the issue. I actually like the issue. I like the issue. So with that said, I'm gonna go in here and go into these notes. Then we're gonna make it do what it's gonna do. Yeah. So we got RC Kamoyo King, Big James in here. What's going on, James? What's going on, Mr. Ray Smith? What's going on? Like I said, my elder doing all right. Everybody greeting each other. Professor Film Fan, what's going on, big dog? Glad to see you pulling up. Absolutely. Y'all greeting out. How's Victor unarmed? Hey, like I said, it's a matter of perception to me. I'm like, bro, you got to be butt bookie naked. Like Vic for me would have to be butt bookie naked. But I understand it from the writing aspect. If I had to look at it, Vic wasn't starting nothing. And as long as Vic wasn't doing anything, he just sitting there chilling, eating. That's the way I didn't look at it from the literal sense, Mr. Smith. I looked at it from the figurative sense that Aurora is not going to attack somebody that's not busting a move. And Vic was just sitting there chilling and just eating his meal. That's the way I took it. One thing about Doom, he does not like to be touched at all. Obi-Wan, I mean, I'm just saying, man, like I don't like using all them syllables, but coffee messes up stuff. Cousins, what's going on? Also, Victor would know based on the fact that she is T'Challa's wife. There's a lot of that in there. And it's crazy because I was like, I looked at her like, so, and just go with me here. Just go with me here. So when I look at so many, I look at who all was in the comic book, represented in the comic book. I'm like, okay. So who, the House of Ideas, we know who that is, right? Or what that is. We know what the House of Ideas is. We do. That's the comic book company. Why? Like Theo, no. All's fair. All's fair. Just play with me. Play with me. So we know the House of Ideas is Marvel Comics, right? Right. Okay. So who currently would be the one above all? We know who the one above all used to be. We do. But if we know in real sense the House of Ideas is Marvel Comics, then in real sense, who would be the one above all? Oh, this is gonna be funny. I need maximum participation on this one. Who would be the one above all? It's funny. It's funny to me. And if you got an idea of who the one above all is, all right. Well, who would be the living tribunal? Because I got a pretty good idea of who I would think Eternity is in this particular story. Yeah. Because he is using Ororo to talk. No. That's a fair question. If we know Marvel Comics is the literal House of Ideas, then who is the literal one above all? Which would also make him the one below all. Don't nobody want to play this game, huh? Don't know what. Well, I just found that all to be very, very interesting the way we told this story. I really, really did. I got a great idea of who I believe Eternity is. Speaking of which, I need to know when, Mr. Ayadele, I need to know when your comic book is coming out because I got some purchases I need to make. So, and I was very, very serious about that when I said it because I like the stuff that you got out there. So I think you said it's going to be dropping around about February, March, something like that. So yeah, April. I could be wrong, but I need to know when the comic books are dropping so I can make my investment and everything like that. But you let me know what you thought about the story in the comment section. I liked it. I'm excited to see where we're going for issue 6. So yeah, but that's my thoughts. Overall, a good story. Got some great background into the characters, the cosmic deities involved. I'm interested to see how this is going to move Ororo, change Ororo in the future. So yeah, that said, we out. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. We was in here for a good time, not be confused with a long time. Leave your comments. Definitely like, share, subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time, let me know what other comic books you would like for me to be reviewing. We are coming back today with Black Lightning. We are coming back today with Black Lightning. So that's it. Till next time, in the meantime, in between time, make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you hit that like button and everything like that. In the memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.